Welcome back to Pastry Maestra. I'm Teresa and today I'm making chocolate ganache tart. Today I'm making chocolate ganache tart. Now, if the words like tart or ganache are unfamiliar to you and you are a newcomer to the wonderful world of desserts, first of all, welcome. And second, I would recommend that you check my posts about making tart and making ganache. The links are down below, and then come back. Now, why chocolate ganache tart? Well, the answer is simple. I love chocolate. So first I'll make chocolate tart shell, then I'll fill it with chocolate ganache, and finally I'll make chocolate decorations and put them on top. Chocolate from top to bottom. That's what I'm talking about. Are you with me? I'm sure you are. Okay, so let's enjoy chocolate like there's no tomorrow. As usual, the recipe is on my site. The link is down below. To make pâte sablé, I've put softened butter and powdered sugar into a bowl of a stand mixer fitted with paddle attachment, and now I will mix on medium speed until nice and creamy. I'm gonna add 1 egg and continue mixing until incorporated. While my butter is mixing, I will combine sifted flour, cocoa powder and salt in a bowl. I will add sifted flour, cocoa powder and salt to the mixture and fold it with my silicone spatula. I'll wrap the dough in cling film, flatten it and put it in the fridge to cool. My pastry is nicely chilled and rested. I took it out from the fridge and now I'm gonna break it with the palm of my hand and press it over the table surface a few times until it gets more elastic. I won't do it too long. The pastry has to stay as cold as possible. Now I'm ready for rolling. At this stage, it is important to rotate the dough as you roll so it doesn't stick to the surface. If you need to add more flour, add it carefully. If you add too much flour, it will affect the texture of the pastry. I'm gonna keep rolling and rotating until I get even 3 to 5 millimeters, which is 1/8 to 1/4 of an inch thick sheet, which should be larger than my mold. I'm happy with the thickness and size of my rolled dough, so it is time to roll it onto my rolling pin, put it over the mold and gently unroll the pastry. The next step is to quickly lift the sides of the pastry and tuck it into the mold without breaking it, which isn't simple, especially at this moment when the dough is at room temperature for some time. Now it is time to remove the excess dough. The easiest way to do that is to take my rolling pin, press it in the middle of the mold and roll out to one side and then to the other one. And now I'm gonna gently press the sides of my tart with my thumb all around. Now I'm gonna remove the excess dough with my small knife by cutting it from the inside out at the top of the tart mold. I'm happy with my tart shell and now I'm gonna put it in the fridge for 10 minutes. Before baking, I have to fill my tart shell with baking weights. Without weights, the sides of my tart shell will melt and slide down while baking, and the bottom of the tart would rise, so I'm putting thermostable foil and baking weights inside. You can use some dry beans or chickpeas instead of weights. I'm gonna bake my tart shell at 180 degrees centigrade, which is 350 degrees Fahrenheit, for approximately 10 to 15 minutes. Now I'm gonna remove the weights and put the tart shell back into the oven for another 10 to 15 minutes until it is completely baked. Next thing I'm gonna do is make chocolate ganache. To make my ganache, I'm gonna pour hot cream over chopped chocolate and leave it for about 1 minute to allow the hot cream to melt the chocolate. Then I'm gonna stir well to combine. I'm gonna add softened butter and stir until dissolved. While my tart is chilling, I will make some chocolate shavings. I've melted dark chocolate and now I will spread it onto a marble slab with my offset spatula. When chocolate starts setting, I will scrape it off the marble with a triangle spatula. I'm gonna pour the ganache into the cold tart shell while it is still warm and liquid. Then I will poke the air bubbles with a toothpick and put the tart in the fridge to set. I'm gonna decorate my chocolate ganache tart with chocolate shavings. Then I will dust it with powdered sugar. Finally, I'm gonna top it with fresh raspberries. There, my rich, creamy triple chocolate tart is done. My heart is thumping and my taste buds are in overdrive, so I must stop talking and start munching. I hope you'll do the same. Enjoy!
Oh baby, you are so sweet, so delicious and yummy, so good to eat. I wanna lick you, feel your sweetness on my lips. Forever and ever, you'll stay on my hips.
I'm Teresa. Thanks for watching my video. I hope you liked it. If you want to stay in touch, follow me on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram, and of course visit my site, where you can find elaborate posts with lots of pictures, additional information and recipes that follow my every video. Also, on my site you can download my free 365 pages ebook The Pastry Chef and maybe buy me a macaron if you think that I've earned it. Now, before you go, please hit the like button and subscribe to my YouTube channel. That really helps a lot. Finally, and this is the most important thing, don't forget to create sweetness every day, because sweetness is happiness. See you in my next video. Bye!